Welcome to the Indian Pokédev, and we are back in the Little Cup, and this time we are running a very crazy mon, the like Golett. I don't know if I'm calling it right. Is it like Golett or Golett? But whatever it is a meta breaker. It does beat the tackle like Bronzor, as you can see here. The tackles are like double resisted while we do super effective like damage with the mud slaps. However, a payback would probably one-shot us because Bronzor is just absolutely broken in this cup. So I'm going to shield the move and go for a shadow punch here, and it also beats the Wynaut, so it beats that famous score of the Wynaut and the Bronzor. So we get the shield here, so I'm going to go for another one instantly. So I'm just going to like pressurize him a lot. I don't get the second shield, so I'm going to like safe switch to my like Ducky Boy and just farm him all the way down, and let's go. We get the farm down, and in the back he brings his own like Ducklet, so I'm going to just stay in here. This is not enough for the Brave Bird, it's just an aerial ace or a bubble beam, so I'm going to just let it go, and I'm going to go for a Brave Bird of my own now that I'm at 100 energy. So I'm going to go for the Brave Bird. Does the opponent respect it? Boom, he does not. Takes out his Ducky Boy, and in the back he has a Scovet, and this match is absolutely over. I have one shield remaining. I have two other mons that I have the Brick Break, and he gives me a shield. He's going for the farm down. He cannot get there. Our Ducky Boy gets to the Brave Bird, and you know what's going to do. Boom! That's the second boom of the video, and we are off to a great start with this team, and we are off and up and running. Let's go. So like I said, that this team goes on a pretty good run because I was trying out crazy spies in the Mountain Cup and then like this. So as you can see, my ELO has fallen quite a bit to around 2300, but like I said, it's fine. I don't care too much about the yellow right now. I know I can like climb back up in the Great League or the Master League. So pick up a lead against an Onyx again, and you can see how good like Golett is on the lead. Opponent brings in the little Litleo, and sadly we're just hard counting the opponent at this time because our team is not an ABB team, but it is ABC in the sense that opponent concedes the match here. It's ABC, but you'll see that the Golett and the tackle Bronzor make an amazing like combination where our Ducklet is just the safe switch. This team does struggle a bit against the Lick Seal. Other than that, there are not a lot of core breakers, and even against the Seal we can do well. Pick up a lead against the Wynaut, which is pretty good here, and I can just stay in. He brings in the Lick Seal, and as you can see, the only response that we have is our like little Ducklet, and that too, it's not the best response if he ends up like double shielding. So I'm going to O-farm a lot here because like I said, this is a good matchup for the Ducklet. I was expecting him to shield because he really needs to flip switch, right? But he just calls it, but I can go for Brave Bird anyway. So I'm hoping that he lets this go, calling a bait, and he does. Boom, take down the Seal, and now he brings in the Wynaut, and this match is pretty much, I think, I don't know what he has in the back, so it's not over just yet, but it looks pretty good from here because I can go for a nice Brave Bird, and he snipes me with his Dino, and it's not looking amazing because but Dino is it's a good core breaker for both our mons, but as you can see, it won't be that big of a problem because I'm going to just get the shield, and now I'm hoping that I can tackle down. But later on I realized this was a misplay. Maybe I should have tried to get to another Brick Break, but I don't know if I would have got there with the health. Opponent baits me here. I'm going to go for a payback to confirm the KO, and if he baits me here, I'm scared that he can make a Dark Pulse. He double baits me. Great play by the opponent and I'm going for an undercharge here, expecting him to no shield, but he shields anyway, and I think I can farm him down before he can make a Dark Pulse, and luckily I'm able to do that. And now the Wynaut can't really do anything. It only gets one charge move, which is the Mirror Coat. That is it's like double resisted on the Bronzor, and the counters are like double resisted on the little like Ghost Boy on the lead, and this is going to be a great game. Payback is going to KO him from this point, I think. I mean, even Wynaut is a very thick boy, so it may not really KO him. It doesn't, but one more mud slap and our Golett is able to take the win. So like I said, I have tried way too much spice, so I had to run the Bronzor. Believe me, I didn't want to because I'm not a big fan of a tanky mon, but I was losing so much to Bronzor, and the Wynaut, this core is just taking over the meta. So it's very difficult to run a triple spice team. I've tried it, guys, believe me. I have a lot of videos where I failed miserably, so I'm going to bow down and use Bronzor myself. But like I said, I have to run one spicy mon at least, which is why I have the Golett. Pick up the absolute nightmare lead because I only have one response to this guy, which is my own like Ducklet. So I'm going to bring it in, absorb the damage here, and hope that he stays in because like Ducklet is pretty good against the whole meta, but he switches out to the Wynaut, and I remember this game. I could have played it a lot better. As you'll see, he brings in the Wynaut. I go for the Brave Bird, which is fine, but at this point I should have realized that I should not be getting the Wynaut solo. Remember, he switch locked here. here, right? He locked himself. So all I had to do is not get him so low and let him farm me down. Then I could have got a lot of energy with my Bronzor. But like this, I'll get less energy on my Bronzor, and as you can see, that's going to be very tight in the end game. So I'm going to bring in my little boy, the little OP boy, and just farm him down. But I could have got so much more energy if I just undercharged the Brave Bird. So, and he has a Grimer in the back, so it's not looking great. Honestly, I don't know how I can win this game, but let's see. I'm going to try. I think I need to get a shield here. Let's see. And I'm going to go for a Shadow Punch and get the shield back. And you might think that the guy, the Alolan Grimer, is absolutely horrible for the Bronzor. Believe me, Bronzor is so broken that you'll see that even though we are equal energy, equal shields, equal health, everything is equal. In fact, we are lower on health than him. Just notice that we are lower on health, and but the game is going to get so close. This is how broken and OP Bronzor is. So if I just got some energy advantage, you'll see that I would have been able to win the game. You'll see here. So I'm going to go for Psyshock here, and Psyshock is like single resisted as is Payback, but Payback does quite a bit more damage if I'm not wrong. So I think if I would have reached a Payback here, as you can see, I think the Payback would have KO'd. So he lives with like 5 HP or 10 HP at the most, but then like I said, I could have played it better, and if I had a lot more energy, I'm sure 2 Psyshocks or a Payback may have KO'd the guy. So that's fine. That's going to be a loss there, and we pick up a lead against a Ducklet here, which is absolutely horrible. I bring in my own duck, and this is XSD Yavotal. He's a very good Pokemon Go player. I've seen him like comment on Home Slice. He's even like commented on our channel, so big shout out to this guy. And he brings in the Golett, and I'm going to lose the CMP here. I do shield a Brave Bird correctly, by the way, and I'm going to go for a Brave Bird. I don't think I can make another one. Of course I can't, but maybe I can make a Bubble Beam if he lets it go. But boom, we are able to flip switch, and that's massive. In the back he has a Bidoof. Oh god, he's running the Lord Bidoof. Massive respect to this opponent for running the Spice. And I'm going to go for a Brick Break here. Does the opponent, does he know about this? I think he does, because he's an amazing player. So he's going to shield here, which is fine. And he's going to bring in the Ducklet, and there's really not a lot that he can do at this point. If he Brave Birds, I can tackle him down, and if he goes for Bubble Beams, I can outpace him. I mean, I can tank these, and so really massive shout out to this guy. He's also running a couple of spicy mons in the back. I mean, Scovette is not the spiciest, but Bidoof 100% is. So massive respect to the opponent. I really love his plays, and I'm going to go for a Psyshock here, get the shield, and I can go for another Psyshock just before he reaches a Brave Bird. So this is going to take him out, and he's an amazing player, so he knows that there's no win con right now, so he's going to concede the game. GG to you, brother, and that's going to be a great game. So this team, after a lot of fiddling around, is finally a team which is spicy and also good. I mean, the whole team is not spicy. It would be criminally wrong of me to say that, but at least the Golett is very spicy, because you don't get to see that a lot, right? So we're going to pick up this is going to be up against a Wooper. So this is also very bad, because we are kind of ABB weak to it. We're going to try to catch a Mud Bomb, but we fail the catch. He throws anyway. This makes him believe his backline must be weak to the Ducklet, because he's staying in here and going for the Mud Bomb. So I was thinking, what does he have in the back? Maybe it's a fire type, maybe it's a grass type. So I'm just still confused, but I'm going to stay in here and just keep like tanking the moves. And I was hoping that he's going to fight for switch, seeing how weak he is to Ducklet, but he's going to call it. So great play by the opponent. But what this Bubble Beam does is that it allows me to live this move, which I otherwise would not have lived. Now I can go for the Brave Bird and guarantee shield or switch. So I think he can't really mud shot me down, so I can shield once again, but he lets it go and be able to flip switch. In comes a Vulpix, which is pretty amazing. Can bring in my guy, and he brings in the little Lotard. So he did have a fire type and he did have a grass type, both lurking in the back, but we have the right alignment. And even though he's ahead on energy, it's not going to help him, because like I said, that Bronzor is just broken. Bronzor is a broken mon. Like, I am not proud of running Bronzor, believe me. I am not proud 1% of running this mon, but honestly, I was not being able to get any wins. I dropped like in the first 2 sets, I hardly got a win or 2, because I was trying crazy random spicy mons like the Mareep and I don't know what all, Shadow Mareep and Shadow Skunk Tank, Stunky. So yeah, but then at least we get to use Golett, right? So we're going to let it go, and at this point we can just farm him down. Opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match, just like Home Slice says.